So we can start a new lesson. What does Sona find? So here there's a picture given there. You can see children playing. And do you notice something odd in that picture? There are bits of papers, plates, etc. lying on the floor full of mess. Is it not? So it's a playground or maybe a park where children are playing. And look at the surroundings. It's not at all clean. So we can read or go through the lesson and find out actually what the lesson is about. Okay, so Sona wants to help keep the environment clean. Who helps her discover the environment? One morning, Sona decided to find the environment. Miss Hakim, her teacher, had told her that we must keep the environment clean. So, it is because Sona's teacher told her to keep the environment clean, she has to do it. But she don't know what an environment is. Now, we can see who will help her find out what an environment is. So, to keep it clean, she had to find it first. She first decided to look under the bed. Now, she was searching for the environment. She was searching it under the bed. Actually, she don't know what an environment is. What is an environment? The surrounding where we live is our environment. In our environment, we have trees, then we have houses surrounding, the climate, the water, everything comes under the environment. So, if the environment is suitable for a person to live, only then can he survive there. If the environment is not favorable, we cannot survive there. Even the animals, insects, everything have their own environment. Only if the environment is suitable for them, they can live there. So here, she first decided to look under the bed. It was dusty under there. As it was not cleaned, lots of dust were under the bed. Next, Sona went to the window. She is peeping through the window. She saw some grey fumes in the sky. Maybe it was from the old factory. Factory nalla പുറത്തേക്ക് തള്ളിവിടുന്ന മോശമായ പുക, smoke coming from the factory. It is very bad for the health. It is contaminating the air around us. So maybe it was from the old factory in town. It didn't smell good. Then she went into the living room. She could smell rubber burning. So in the living room, when she entered, something odd smell was there. It was somebody was burning the rubber. Do you know how the burning rubber smell? It is very horrible. And even the smell of burning plastics. Actually, we should not smell all these because it is very injurious to our health. So then she went into the living room. She could smell rubber burning. Sona decided to take a break. She brushed her teeth and watched the water rush from the tap and swirl down the basin. So when she opened the tap, water was coming and it was swirling down through the basin. Where did it come from and where did it go? She was thinking from where this water is coming and now where it is going. She washed her hands and face and combed her hair. Sona felt hungry. She went into the kitchen. Her mother was washing mangoes. So in the kitchen, mother was washing the mangoes. Now Sona is surprised why mother is washing the mangoes like this. Weren't they clean enough to eat? After breakfast, she went outside to look for the environment. We all know that when we buy fruits from the market, we have to wash it properly. Only then it is good for consuming the fruits. Okay, because all sorts of pesticides are sprayed, chemicals are sprayed on this fruits. Why? To get rid of the insects or bees, all these come and sit over the fruit. So in order to get rid of these insects, they spray chemicals or pesticides. It is very bad for our health. It is said that it causes cancer. It is very cancerous. So we have to wash the fruits properly before eating. So here mother is washing the mangoes. Now, weren't they clean enough to eat? Now she is thinking why mother is washing the mangoes. After the breakfast, she went outside to look for the environment. In the garden, she met a squirrel. Hey squirrel, what's your name? I'm Kato. Happy to meet you. So in the garden, she's meeting a squirrel and they're talking. So the squirrel is telling his name is Kato. Can you help me? Now Sona is asking help. I'm looking for the environment. Have you seen it out here? Now she wanted to know what an environment is. So she is asking the squirrel. Kato looked amused. I haven't looked, but I guess if you haven't found it inside your house, maybe you'll find it out here. So what this Kato is telling? Actually, I haven't looked. I haven't looked at the what an environment is. But if it is not inside your house, it may be outside here. Here amused means surprised. Okay. Sona asked, where do you usually look for the environment? So Sona is again asking. And several questions are there in her mind. She's asking, where do you usually look for the environment? Kato said, oh, I don't. Sona said, well then, how do you ever find it? And if you don't find it, how do you keep it clean? So Sona is telling, if we cannot find the environment, then how can we keep it clean? Because the thing that is in her mind is the teacher, Miss Hakim, had told her to keep the environment clean. So without finding the environment, how can she keep it clean? Sona said, well then, how do you ever find it? And if you don't find it, how do you keep it clean? Kato said, I don't look because I don't need to. The environment seems to go everywhere we go. So Kato is telling, wherever you go, the environment is with you. Sona looked to the right and the left. She looked up, she looked down. Now, Kato told, wherever you go, the environment is with you. Now she is searching for the environment. She is looking both sides, up and down. Where? She asked. First sit down for a moment. Then Kato is telling, come sit down here. Kato said. Sona sat down. Where is it right now? She whispered, as if it might sneak away. She is asking Kato, where is the environment? She is whispering into his ears, as if it might sneak away. She is thinking the environment may go away. So, begin by taking a deep breath. So, Kato is asking her to take a deep breath, said Kato. Sona took a deep breath. Well, the air that you just breathed is part of the environment. So, Kato is telling the environment is the air that you took in. The air that you just breathed is part of the environment. Sona sat up straight. Have I been breathing the environment all my life? So she's asking, am I breathing the environment all my life? Kato flicked his bushy tail. Flicked means moved quickly and suddenly. You know, the tail of a squirrel, it's very bushy. So it's shaking its tail. Flicked his bushy tail. Oh yes. And did you drink a glass of water before you came outside? That's the environment too. And the food you ate for breakfast. So this Kato is trying to explain what an environment is. Kato is telling, the water that you drink, the breakfast that you had in the morning, all this comes under the environment. Now, little by little, Sona is understanding what an environment is. Sona began to understand. Now, my mother washing the mangoes, the smoke from the factory, the dust under my bed. Kato said, "You have got it?" So now she is recollecting the things that she had seen in her house. My mother washing the mangoes, the smoke from the factory, the dust under my bed. Kato said, "You have got it. The environment is everywhere you look." So Kato told her that is what an environment is. All that is surrounded you is the environment. Kato poked for some fruit under a nearby neem tree. Now Kato is looking for some fruits under the neem tree. These berries are part of it. I must say they are healthy and good. So these berries, these fruits are also part of the environment. It is very healthy and good for and good. The environment can help make us strong, but sometimes it can make us sick. So Cato is telling the environment can help make us strong. If we breathe fresh air, if we drink fresh water, if we eat fresh food, everything is good for our health. But same way, if we do just the opposite, if we breathe the impure air, if we drink the impure water, or we don't eat fresh food, what happens? Our health is gone. So the environment can make us strong, but sometimes it can make us sick. If all the things are upside down, it makes us sick. The environment is the air, the water, the soil, and our food. In fact, it's everything around us. So everything that we see around us is the environment. It includes the sun, the wind, and everything else. All the things surrounding the wind, the air, the sun, everything. Whoa, Sona said as she stood up. She slowly turned round and round. The environment is everywhere. Now, Sona understood what an environment is. She's very happy. She slowly turned round and round. The environment is everywhere. In the sky and in the ground. In the water and under the bed. Now that I know where it is, I can take care of it properly. Now she's telling, now she understood what an environment is. Now she'll take care of it properly. Sona and Kato exchanged high fives. Now, what is a high five? It's kind of a gesture of celebration in which one person slaps the palm of the hand against that of the another. When you slap on the other's palm, it is a high five. So Sona and Kato exchanged high fives. Sona said, I know that we must recycle newspapers and plastic bags. So Sona is telling we must recycle newspapers and plastic bags, and we should not waste water. And one most important thing is that we never have to waste the water. We should, yes, Kato said, we should take care of the water in our seas and the rivers also. Things like old cans of paint should be thrown in a special place. Then the environment won't become dirty. So, the plastics, the emptied cans of the soft drinks, everything should be put in a separate place. It should be dumped in a separate place. Don't throw here and there. Then the environment won't become dirty. If the environment is not clean, we fall ill. So, if the environment is not good, we fall sick. Both squirrels and people. So, it is not good for animals as well as human beings. Sona took a deep breath. Gosh, it's a really big job to clean the whole environment. Now, what is Sona telling? It's very difficult, or it's a big job to keep the whole environment clean. That's why it takes everyone everywhere to clean it. Kato said, I would better get busy then. Sona said, I'll see you later. Now, Sona is telling goodbye to Cato. Hmm? Why later, said Papa. Get up, you will be late for school. So, suddenly, Papa is calling and she got down from her dream. So, all these things, the talk between Cato, all it was a dream. Suddenly, Papa called her and she got out of her dream. Get up, you'll be late for school. Oh, thought Sona, I was dreaming. That time only Sona is realizing that she was dreaming. She told Papa about Cato the talking squirrel. Now, Cato told her father about the dream that she had. She told Papa about Cato the talking squirrel. She told Papa, I promise to keep the environment clean. So, she's promising Papa that she'll keep the environment clean. That's the lesson.